Hey there, viewers, it's Charlie, I'm back again, and welcome back to the G1 Marathon. And well, if you remember my review on the Jump Starters, they were two Autobots who just sprung up for their transformation. Well, today, I shall be reviewing their Decepticon counterparts, the Battlechargers, Runabouts, and Runamuck. Now, these two are pretty much the counterpart to the Jump Starters, as I said, because they were two Decepticons instead of Autobots. They were cars instead of spaceships, or, well, space vehicles. And instead of springing up for their transformation, their transformation was just, unfolding. Now, with Runabouts, my copy doesn't really stay together particularly well, so I'm going to have to be a bit careful with them. But I do have his tech spec on my computer. And I shall just read that for you. Function, Shock Trooper. A pretty car makes an even prettier wreck. Okay then. Likes to watch things blow up. So does Michael Bay. The bigger the explosion, the better. Uses parked cars and gas station fuel pumps for target practice. Usually stays busy as a Battlecharger, but terrified of boredom. Can't blame him. Maximum speed is 185 miles per hour. Range 550 miles. Has high energy particle beam rifle. Easily distracted by a beautiful car because he wants to destroy it, not admire it. So yeah, Runabout is pretty much Michael Bay as a Transformer. Which makes me wonder, why was Runabout never used in a movie? He'd be perfect. Michael Bay could voice him himself. But anyway, having a look here at his tech spec, his strength is 5, intelligence is 6, his speed is 7, endurance is also 7, rank is 6, courage is 7, firepower is also 7, and skill is also 7. Quite a lot of 7s there. So, pretty much, as you can see, Runabout here is just a black car. Yeah, not really much to talk about. I mean, the underneath has no robot junk underneath, neither does the top. And here we have the rub symbol. You can see that. And well, let's just have a look at the gimmick, okay? Before I look at Runamuck. Normally, you're supposed to pull the thing back and let the car go. And just like with the Jump Starters, this is going to be hard to record. And my copy of the gimmick doesn't really work that well, so with Runamuck, I'll show you the actual gimmick. With Runabout, I'll show you how it works. So, I'll show you Runabouts later. But next up, we have Runamuck, who's pretty much just a white version. And having a look at the tech spec, function, Shock Trooper. The road's my playpen, cars are my toys. So this guy is pretty much Stewie Griffin. Cackling like a I can't even read. Cackling like a mechanical wildman. This Battlecharger is a twirling, tumbling, two-lane terror. Alliteration. Spreading fear is his favorite pastime. Admires junkyards like humans admire art museums. Maximum speed is 180 miles per hour with a range of 600 miles. Uses friction rifle that increases kinetic energy of its target's molecules for 5 minutes. Even the slightest movements result in tremendous friction, causing flames and melting. But Runamuck as is with tons of people, is afraid of heights. I mean, I can't blame him. But now, having a look at the actual tech spec, he has, well, his strength is 6. His intelligence is also 6, it looks like. Speed is 7. So is endurance. Rank is 6. Courage is 5. Firepower is 7. And skill is 8. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for their tech specs. Now, as we can see, this one of my tongue stops working. Runamuck is pretty much a white version of Runabout's car mode, although there are a few differences. If I can bring in Runabout here while it's spring going off, because mine was quite weak. But as we can see, they are a bit different. The windows, for example, are a bit different. But that's pretty much the only... Well, the backs as well, you see. But that's pretty much the only differences I can find. Now, just like with Runabout, he has the rub symbol here. It's not working, sadly. Well, it's pretty much the same as Runabout, so let's see if his transformation will work. So, pull him back. And we'll try and let him go. Oh, that didn't work. And now mine wasn't even staying in place. There we go. It's best to let it pull back until you hear it click. And then just let it go. And then hopefully if we're lucky. Oh, if you saw that, Runamuck has sprung up. And I'll show you how it works with Runabout. What it does is, the front of the car flips up like so. The arms fold out. This part moves down. And this part also moves down. So that's how the transformation actually works. So it's a bit more complex than how the jump starters worked. And with Runabout, I have this gun. So, yeah. Pretty crazy, eh? For a transformation. I mean, they just spring up really quickly. If you can get the thing to work, that is. But, well, having a look at these guys' heads, with Runabout, we can see he's got a red visor. And with Runamuck, he's got a silver visor. And their heads are actually different, as you can see. Now, sadly, articulation, they don't have any. There's nothing but heads. I guess the arms can flap, but they can't move up. The feet, although I suppose they can sort of... They kind of lie down, sort of. But, yeah. They pretty much just have no articulation. And, well, that's pretty much it. Seeing how they have no articulation, or... Yeah. So, yeah, this is pretty much it for my review on these guys. Complaints... Well, I mean, the spring can break easily, as you can see with Runabouts. My one doesn't really spring up anymore. I mean, it does still spring up with Runamucks, so... But yeah, the springs can break easily. So if you want to get these guys in the secondary market, I'd say be careful. So, that's pretty much it for my review on these guys. So, do I recommend the Battlechargers? Well, I'd say, once again, if you're a G1 fan, or if you like collecting 80s figures, because, well, I mean, these aren't really going to be everyone's cups of tea, because, as I said, spring can be weakened. Well, These guys have no articulation whatsoever. So if you want these guys to have articulation, with Runabout, there's not really that many good options. But with Runamuck, there is the Earthrise figure. So if you want Runamuck to have more articulation, I recommend the Earthrise figure. But after this recording, there's been no official announcement of an Earthrise Runabout. So, yeah. So, that's pretty much it for my review of these guys. And this is Charlie Young, signing off.